that I'll have in the description. I will have them available. Let's try it this way. It's worse. Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about how I satisfy my sweet tooth on my weight loss and maintenance journey after losing 70 pounds. If you enjoyed this video or find it helpful, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it, and let's get started. First thing, before I get into everything that I like to eat to satisfy my sweet tooth, whether it's like a dessert that I make, which honestly, I don't make desserts that frequently that are like that difficult to make. A lot of times I just have already store-bought snacks that I like to have as a sweet treat or dessert, and then sometimes I like to use a lot of points and splurge on a dessert. So I get asked this question all the time, and I've actually been keeping a list every night. Just as I have dessert, I kind of write down what I've been having. So that's what I'm going to be going through. I'll be talking about everything. If you guys want me to go into more detail with the specific recipe type things, I can do another video on that with more detail and like going through each recipe. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go through it. Before I start though, I did want to talk about this. I've been asked for merch a lot and I just didn't even know what to do. I've actually had a lot of people say to do something with cheers, and so I did that and I'm excited. But I finally have some merch and I'm really excited about it. It's taken a really long time for me to design everything and get it posted and ready. I'm gonna have it up as I'm posting this video. I wanted to make the designs and then order things, and I kept like placing different orders. So I would order some, see how they were, order a few other products, different like types of shirts, because they give you some different options you can do, and then I would receive the order and then I would do another order. So I just kept doing it because I wanted to test out the quality of the products, and I was going through like their regular t-shirts, their different types of stuff that they have. Anyway, I went through and picked all the designs, all the color shirt options, and certain things for each design, but I'm gonna go through them really quick. I think I have one of everything because like I said, I've already been collecting them for a couple months now as I have been ordering them. I'll have the merch available in a link in the description, and I think I can even pop it up on the video. I'm gonna try to figure that out, but if not, it will be a link in the description, and it's just a few different things. Some of these things, honestly, I designed and put up so that we could just buy one of them because I'll show you what I'm talking about, but anyway, there will be some different sticker options. So if you want to get stickers, I put some of the designs on stickers like this, and I had to include one with Maggie. So we do have a Maggie sticker. It says 1 day at a time because that is something that I live by with my journey especially. I also did some SpongeBob flowers with 1 day at a time. And then, of course, an apple a day. That's something I say all the time, and it's something that I do. Then this shirt, it just says, just roll with it. We've got some roller skates. So I was really excited about this. And actually, in all of the t-shirts that I've ordered and tried, I think I've gotten all men's because I just prefer to have like a little bit baggier fit, or if I have the smaller one, I'll get a smaller size. But anyway, this is a 2X, and I just liked the pink color, and this is just like a comfy around the house shirt. Then I was just gonna show you guys all the stuff that we got. I've been ordering stuff for Adam and Trevor too because they wanted some. I got this one for Adam, so it just says 1 day at a time, and it is a 3XL sweatshirt. I've got myself a 2XL sweatshirt that's the exact same one, just in gray, because I like to wear oversized sweatshirts like this to the gym, and so I'm so excited. This is probably my favorite one just because I love SpongeBob. But no, I also like the Maggie design too. What I was saying too about the merch is that I wanted to check the quality, and this is why. I got this tie-dye shirt and the print was just not great. I don't know if you can really tell. It was just like already like peeled off, and it almost just looks almost like see-through. So I'm not gonna be doing any of the tie-dye shirts. I feel like it's just the actual shirt that made the print worse. I don't really know. But even like on the words, it just didn't look good. So I have this one, but it's not gonna be up on the site because the tie-dye just wasn't great quality. Same thing with some of the bags that I ordered. So they had a few different options of bags, and some of them were just so cheap, especially for the price that I have to list them at. So it just wasn't even worth it. But I did get this one. You can see I really like this print. And so this is like a perfect shopping bag. This one is actually much better quality. I would definitely be able to fit some groceries in here. And so I'm excited about that one. So this one actually turned out much better with the pretzels. So we have some soft pretzels that are saying cheers. I just wanted to do a giant smiley face one. Again, this was just kind of fun, and I was able to be really creative with it. So I was just coming up with different designs that I liked, and I thought this one was cool with the 1 day at a time. I'm definitely gonna wear this one. I got a 2XL, and I was thinking about maybe tie-dyeing this one myself. I did get one of the crop tops that they had as an option, and I didn't like it, so I'm not gonna be listing that one either. It was just really thin and felt kind of cheap. So I'm not gonna be posting that one, but this one is something, I don't know if I'm gonna list it. It was just something I was able to design and order, and it's for Adam for work. So he wanted a polo. He wears a polo to work every day, but he wanted one with the Maggie design on it. So it says one day at a time, and it's got Maggie in the corner. So this is Adam's new work polo. And then this one I've just been wearing a lot, I guess. I didn't even mean to wear them in videos that I've already posted either, but I was just happened to be wearing them when I was filming and didn't realize until after I was editing. And this one says an apple a day, and I just like the color. I think this one was also a men's 2XL. So I got like all 2XLs for t-shirts. That's usually what I wear the most of, except for the purple pretzel one that was a medium. Oh, and then I'm gonna have some hats on there. So this one's Trevor's. It doesn't fit my head right now, but it is adjustable, and yeah. I'm super excited about this. It's something I've wanted to do for such a long time and just had no idea how to do it. But actually, while I was looking through different options and settings in YouTube, that's how I found this company, Spreadshop, and that's how I was able to figure this all out. So I'm really excited about it. I'll have the link if you guys are interested in any of the merch. I really appreciate it. I appreciate your support on this channel and supporting mine and Adam's journey and our dogs and Trevor and just being a part of our lives. Really, you guys mean so much to us, and this is so much fun. We really, really love sharing everything, and I don't know, it's just something I never expected to do. I never expected that I'd be making merch like this, which I'm gonna be living in all of these clothes. I'm so excited about it. So if you guys are interested, I'll have the link, and I really appreciate it. But anyway, back to the video. Okay, so I've kind of categorized the sweet treats that I have in 3 different categories. So I've got like different recipes that I make, I've got store-bought things, and then higher point things. I'll go ahead and start with the recipes that I like to make, because honestly, these are the desserts that I have the most, at least the top 2. Definitely a yogurt bowl, I would say, is the thing that I make the most when it comes to finishing up dinner, and then I eat my apple. So every night I have my apple after dinner, but then I still want something sweet. So I'll always have a dessert, and that's pretty much what all of these things are. Usually I like to have a yogurt bowl. I start with 2 points of damnlilt and fake Greek yogurt. I add strawberries or blueberries, whatever I have, or blackberries. And then I like to add some type of cereal, so like Kashi Goleen Crunch. They have peanut butter and chocolate that's really good. Sometimes I'll do some Love Crunch granola, and it just depends what I'm feeling. And then usually that's my 4-point yogurt. So that's something that I have so much because it's a good way to get a little bit more protein in, and it tastes really good. Sometimes I'll add a couple more points of a nuts and more spread in there just because it's peanut butter and yogurt and it's so good. And usually it goes really well with the cereal or granola that I use, but it adds some extra sweetness, and I like to just add some nuts and more. Yogurt bowls are one of my favorite desserts to make, and I make those pretty much nightly. But if I don't have those, that's when I have this other stuff. I like to make apple nachos too. So what I do is I just slice up an apple into thin slices. Honeycrisp is my favorite. And usually when I have apple nachos, I don't eat my apple after dinner. I just use that apple to make the apple nachos. But I like to drizzle some nuts and more again, or any type of like peanut butter or peanut butter powder that I mix with water. Anything like that that could be like a good drizzle on top. And then I just pick different toppings. I like to do sprinkles. I like to do chopped peanuts sometimes. And usually I just weigh out a 1 or 2 point serving of the toppings. I really like to crumble Fiber One bars on there. There are just so many different options of apple nachos, and I usually can keep them pretty low point, and they're filling. They take a while to eat because you take each nacho at a time, and yeah, it's a really good dessert that I like to make. Another dessert that I like to actually make is air fryer French toast. And this one's actually in my cookbook. The apple nachos are as well, but the French toast bake is pretty much just some cut up bread, and then I use a little bit of egg, cashew milk, cinnamon, vanilla, and then sometimes I use berries with it, or if I want to add chocolate, if I'm making it a little bit higher point or something like that, I can mix up what I put in it. But I just mix it all together, pop it in the air fryer, and then it's like a little French toast casserole bake, and it is so good. And usually I don't make it that much for breakfast because I always crave it as a dessert. So I like to make it as a quick dessert depending on if we have bread or what we have on hand. And then the last type of sweet treat or dessert that I make is a creamy, which is, if you guys don't know, Ninja Creamy. It is an ice cream maker, and it's a much easier way to be able to make ice cream that's lower point because you can use protein shakes. I like to use Fairlife milk, or their chocolate milk is really good for creamies. Sometimes I just use cashew milk, and it just allows you to make lower point options and have like a full pint of ice cream for like 4 or 5 points. So we like to make a bunch of different recipes. We haven't been making as many lately, but I think it's just because these past few months have been so busy and I keep forgetting about it. So I'm gonna make some new creamy recipes soon and have those ready for us because we really do like ice cream and I crave it a lot. I just need to have the creamies ready to eat, but they're a really good option that's low point. So that's pretty much it for the types of like actual recipes I make for dessert, unless like randomly I'm making a batch of cookies or something like that. Like stuff like that I'll make here and there, but I don't do much baking or like cooking for desserts. Anyway, those are the things that I like to make as a dessert option that are lower points. Really quickly, I'll just mention some of the things that are higher points that I have every once in a while, and these are things that I like to use my weeklies for, and I'm just able to have balance with them. So if I have some extra points at the end of the day, maybe that'll change what I'm gonna have as a dessert because I know I can have a higher point dessert, or maybe it just depends on what I'm craving, and if I really want it, I'll just have it, track it, and move on. So some of those things are cake pops, which I get asked all the time with my cookie and dessert business. How am I not tempted by cookies all the time? And honestly, at this point, cookies are more of just like a canvas to me. It's just like a piece of paper that I'm working on because I have been around them for so long that I don't even like think of them as food. Like I don't crave them like I did in the beginning. I definitely ate them a lot more in the beginning, but now for me, it's cake pops that I really like to enjoy and I like to have in moderation. And so anytime I have a cake pop order or I'm doing pre-orders, I make myself an extra vanilla cake pop because that is one of my favorite desserts. So it's 9 points. I calculated it once and I track it as 9 points and move on. Another option that isn't always that much higher point, usually I really only track them as like 2 or 3 points, but I've been buying them a lot from the farmer's market and they're just one of my favorite desserts. It's actually what I asked for my dessert for my birthday, and that is macarons. So they have usually a buttercream or ganache filling, so that's definitely got some sugar and butter in it. And then they're pretty much just made from sugar and almond flour. So they are definitely like a higher sugar sweet option, but it's something that I like to incorporate every once in a while. And usually the cookies like 2 or 3 points, so it is pretty manageable to use my points for them. The next thing that I have that's like a higher point, actual just like not WW friendly dessert, is just some candy. So I don't buy candy frequently. Actually, our Halloween candy pretty much lasts us through the year. My parents will get me candy on holidays or my birthday sometimes, and that's usually what's in here. But this is our candy bowl, and we've got some Reese's and some 100-gram bars in here. 100 grams are my favorite dessert when it comes to a candy. They're my favorite candy bar. So I just always make sure to have some, and I like to get just the small size like this. I think it's 5 points for one, and I keep them up above so I don't like think about them. I don't see them every day, but I know that I have them, and if I want them, I can have them. Same with Adam with his Reese's peanut butter cups. So that's just an option to have. 5 points again is manageable, and I'm not having these every day, but when I have that craving and when I really do want it, it does allow me to just have it and move on. Then the other thing we have is just some sour gummy candies. So this is what we chose for Halloween this year, and I'm actually really glad we got these because in each of these, there's really only like 3 or 4 in here. So I can just have one and get out of the kitchen, and it does satisfy my sweet tooth. It's a small portion, and it's like, I think 2 to 3 points for the little packs that they have of like the Swedish fish and stuff. But I'm not tempted to just keep eating out of a bag, because like when we used to buy the big bags of Skittles and Sour Patch and everything, like the resealable ones, I could sit there and just eat the entire thing in a sitting. So having some pre-portioned candy like that, and not just completely cutting it out, having it as an option, but also putting it out of sight so that it's not something that's always tempting me, is really helpful, and it has helped me to satisfy my sweet tooth on both my weight loss and maintenance journey. And I do want to say, these are things that I did during my weight loss, and really much hasn't changed since my weight loss and going into maintenance. So these are across the board pretty much what I've had from the start of my journey in April of 2020. Okay, then the last higher point sweet treat that I want to talk about is s'mores. So that's another one that randomly, like it is probably maybe not even once a month that I crave s'mores, but when I do, I really want them. And so we always have marshmallows here because I need them for Rice Krispies. So that's never really an issue. I've always got marshmallows. I usually just keep a box of graham crackers and then whatever type of chocolate we have. So like right now, if we were to make them, I would just use some of this dark chocolate from Trader Joe's. But again, I just allow myself to have 1 to 2 s'mores. Usually it's like a higher point dessert. I'd say it's probably like 5 to 10 points for 1 to 2 of them, but I pretty much just roast up a marshmallow or pop it in the microwave with some chocolate and a graham cracker, and then that is my dessert. It satisfies that craving. Usually it is so sweet that honestly 1 is pretty good. That's just my dessert because it's so much sweetness, but it's really good and it's exactly what I'm wanting in that moment. So it just works out to have those ingredients on hand, and again, kind of out of sight, out of mind, but when I do want them, I am able to get them without having to go like buy an entire thing of s'mores, which I don't know how you do that, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, then I just want to move on to the store-bought snacks that I like to have. So these are things that I talk about all the time on my channel, so I'm just going gonna kind of quickly run through them, but these are some of the things that I have when I want something sweet after dinner or midday. So like I said, I get asked about this all the time. Honestly, more than like food related questions, people are always asking me how to satisfy a sweet tooth and how to incorporate sweets on their journey. So these are a lot of the store-bought things that I like to use that are lower point or lower sugar and maybe just better options, at least for me personally. First thing is something that I talk about all the time, and that is Like Air. I can't get these dots off me either, I'm so sorry. So hopefully that isn't annoying, but anyway. Like Air. I have the pancake and the cinnamon bun here. I also have the mini packs in the cabinet, which those have been actually so nice for me, having the pre-portioned option, but this is just one of my favorites. It's a pancake puff corn. I buy it from Sam's Club or Woodman's or Meijer, and I just love it. I have loved it for years now. The pancake one is always going to be my favorite, I think. The cinnamon bun was close, but I just really like it. But it's 6 points for the serving of, I think, 3 cups. Sometimes I just do like a cup serving, like a small one, or I incorporate it in a snack mix, and that's one of my favorite snacks. Then any of the skinny dipped products are usually lower in points. So these are the only ones that I have right now. They are the dark chocolate salted caramel bites. So these are 60 calories for 1 and 3 points. And these aren't one of my favorite skinny dipped products. I definitely prefer more of like their dipped cashews and stuff like that. I really like the salted caramel and the birthday cake one, I think it is, or the unicorn, whatever flavor it is. But those are just a good option when I want some nuts and I want some like chocolate covered nuts specifically. Those are really good. I don't have any with me right now, I'm out, but True Fruit is another good sweet option. It's one that you have to be a little bit careful with portioning out. It is really sweet. I love that they have the dark chocolate and milk chocolate options, and some are yogurt covered, but I really like the raspberries, the strawberries, and all the different things they have. Okay, another thing that I like to have, these Clio bars. So these are the zero sugar Clio bars. The vanilla flavor is definitely my favorite, but I do like the mixed berry as well. I just think that these taste like a slice of cheesecake. It's 4 points for the bar, 100 calories, and 7 grams of protein, and I usually buy them at Walmart. They're actually really good if you freeze them too. It kind of makes them more like ice cream. Just another good option. It's got yogurt in it, so it's higher in protein, so it definitely keeps me a little more full and satisfied for a sweet treat. But I like to buy those a lot. Then I like Fiber One bars. So these are the brownies, and I really like the cinnamon, the birthday cake, the brownie. I haven't had the lemon one in a really long time, but they've just got a good amount of flavors, and they're only 2 points and 70 calories. So I like to buy these and have them even as like a breakfast sometimes or a snack before the gym, but also after dinner sometimes when I want something sweet. That's actually what I'm craving, so I'll have one of those. Then protein bars in general have been really helpful as a dessert, because a lot of times I want like a candy bar or something, and that's when Bear Bells come in, especially Creamy Crisp. I think this tastes kind of similar to 100 grand. Obviously it's not the same, but for 20 grams of protein and for 5 points, it's definitely worth it, considering that the 100 grand is also 5 points. So I would much rather have this that's more filling, and it helps me hit my protein goals, and it's, yeah, 200 calories for one. I don't know the calories on these, but anyway, I like to have those. I also have really been liking the soft bars that they have. So these are the Caramel Choco. I think that these are available at Vitamin Shop or GNC, but I usually just order them directly off the Bear Bell website or go to Trader Joe's. They also have them there, but not the soft bars, I don't think. Then Ready Cleaner, another option of protein bars that I really like. The peanut butter ones are so good. I swear they taste like a peanut butter Rice Krispie treat dipped in chocolate. I honestly don't know how they're 5 points, but they're 5 points on WW. Such a big serving, 15 grams of protein, and I just love these. Adam and I go through these like crazy. We get them from Costco, or you can order them off Amazon, and that's just another one of those things that if I don't feel like making like a yogurt bowl or something like that, I usually will have a protein bar like that. Then some fruity things. So I don't always grab these when I want something like candy. Instead, I have lower point options like these raisins that taste just like Blue Jolly Ranchers, and then these Bear fruit rolls that kind of just are like fruit snacks or fruit roll-ups, and I really enjoy them. 2 points for the raisins, 1 point for the Bear rolls, and they're just a good sweet option again that I have when I want something sweet. That just gives you an idea of some of the sweet things that I either make or that I have, whether they're higher point or lower point. I'm still able to incorporate them on my journey of my weight loss and maintenance. So those are just some of the things that I enjoy. I want to hear what your favorite sweet treats are, if I didn't mention any of them, or if I did, if any of these are your favorites, because these are all making me want some sweets right now, and they're all some of my staples. I buy these again and again, and they've really helped me to stay on track and have balance and moderation. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Again, I will have the merch link in the description. I'm super excited about it and I hope you guys love it too. I had a lot of fun designing it and coming up with everything, and I feel like it just shows a lot about my channel and what we like, what we enjoy, and just I wanted it to be fun. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you next time.